Hello, class. I just wanted to check in with you guys as we are wrapping up the Module 2 assignments. In Module 2, we worked on creating a trifold brochure. So I want to just kind of go over a couple of things. You guys did a fantastic job on Module 1 lab assignments. I do want to point out to you that in this course, it is all about the visual. Okay, when I go to grade your work, I am looking at this stuff from a very visual aspect. So in an email last week, I kind of reminded everyone to make sure that you compare your work to the screenshots in the textbook. That is a great checkpoint, okay? So you should make sure that you compare all of your labs to the screenshots in the textbook, okay? That is a great point for you to look at that stuff and just reconfirm that it looks okay prior to you submitting it for grading. So in Module 2, we're going to work on brochures, okay? And this is an example. I just want to take a moment and go over how this is supposed to look, okay? And this is the tutorial that you guys worked on. That was the first of the 3 assignments. And I just want to kind of go over and make sure that your visual is on target. So in the very beginning of the chapter, they are going over with you how to get this brochure going by using one of the built-in templates. And you're going to choose the 3-panel brochure, and you're going to walk through setting it up. And I just want to kind of go over what it's supposed to look like. And so when we're looking at this, one thing that I would like to point out to you is to make sure that you kind of understand the different parts of this brochure. The different parts of this brochure. In the textbook over on page 50, they go over how this brochure looks, what this brochure looks like, and how the panels are set up, okay? Because you have 3 on the front side and 3 on the back side. And we're looking at the front side of the brochure, and this background image of the mountain and the water, that's actually a background image, an image that we've taken and applied it to be the background, okay? It goes over and talks about that this is your front panel. So if we were to fold this up, this is going to be the first side that you'll see. This is my back panel, okay? And then this is my inside front panel, okay? So it's kind of important for you to understand how this is going to look as a print publication, okay? So this is the first front side, and this is the back side. And on the back side, you have your response form, which is what you set up when you started the wizard. You have the inside of the brochure. So if I were to print this out on plain paper, you're going to have a front and a back. And this would all right here would be the back side or the inside of the brochure. So again, to get this portion over here, that was set up in the wizard. Another thing that I want to point out to you is just how things are laid out. So you see that my picture, this particular portion of the picture kind of lines right up against the text. We have a picture down here. We have a title right here. We have a paragraph and how this picture is kind of flushed up against the text. These are the things that I want you to pay very close attention to. Most of you are accustomed to using SAM, and I love SAM, but for this type of a class, I'm almost glad that we're not using SAM because this allows you to make visual adjustments that look best on the layout. So again, I just really caution you to compare your work. You know, you can kind of see the amount of space that they have between the end of that paragraph and where that picture is inserted, and you have all control over how you lay that out. If I come back to the front side, I see my picture here. I see my text box here that I've added that text. I see a picture over here. So again, just be mindful of how this looks, okay, and make adjustments accordingly. So this was my tutorial, okay, and the book is going to walk you through how to set up the information, the text and images on the front side, and then you go ahead and decorate or put together the inside of the brochure, and again, using a lot of the skills that you learn in Module 1. So this is my textbook project, okay? Then you also had 2 other assignments, which one was a DVD cover, and this is going to be Lab 2. And you have your picture that you brought in as a background image. And again, I believe that this was created using one of the built-in templates as well. And again, all about the visual here. You see the actual size of the guitar, and you see the information in this box. You have a text box here where you have information. Look at the layout and how we don't have large chunks of empty white space. This looks exactly like the textbook. Okay, so again, make sure that you are double checking how you have things laid out and make adjustments accordingly. And the last lab assignment was going to be a biology club order form. Okay, and that's going to be lab 2. Okay, and again, you're walking through some of the exact same stuff. This one is going to have you open up a data file. Okay, and we know where to get those data files from. And it's partially done, and you're going to make changes to it. Okay, and again, this is going to be an order form. So those are the 3 assignments that we are working on in Module 2, and I hope that you found this information helpful. And again, make sure that you look at how things look and compare them to the screenshots in the book. Okay, so for example, Lab 2, which is this one, is showing you the completed file on figure 2-78 on page 104. So that is where you should check, does your work look like the book? Pretty much verbatim. The CD cover shows you a screenshot, figure 2-77 on page 102. Again, compare your work to the screenshot that you see in the book. And last but not least, the tutorial. In the very beginning of the chapter or of the module, they show you a screenshot of what it will look like. Okay, right at the beginning of the chapter, they show you what this trifold brochure is going to look like, and that is in your book on page 50, figure 2-1. Okay, they show you the front as well as they show you the back. So good luck this week, and I can't wait to see the designs that you all have come up with.